Namaste. On behalf of the Anveshanam team, I, Aishwarya Raman, welcome you all to the third day of Vachana Lahari series. This series celebrates an artistic reverence to Lord Shiva on the auspicious occasion of Mahashivaratri and comprises of vachanas by saints Basavanna, Akkamahadevi and Swami. Vachana Lahari has been conceptualized by Srimati Usha Prabhu Hungund and myself. Each vachana is sung by Usha Prabhu Hungund and is presented by a different dancer, and the literary discourse is provided by the scholarly Sri Vishwanand Pattanashetty. Today, Srimati Sneha Narayan will be presenting a vachana of Saint Akkamahadevi. I would like to give a quick introduction about today's artists: vocalist Usha Prabhu Hungund, narrator Vishwanand Pattanashetty, and dancer Sneha Narayan. Srimati Usha Prabhu Hungund is a leading Indian classical vocalist, composer, and teacher in San Francisco Bay Area, with primary focus being Carnatic music. Her initial training was under the guidance of Vidwan Sri Sringeri H.S. Nagaraj, and she further continued her training under Vidushi Srimati M.S. Sheila from Bengaluru. Presently, she is pursuing her advanced training under the tutelage of Vidwan Sri Malladi Suri Babu from Vijayawada. Sri Vishwanand Pattanashetty is a Bay Area resident who enjoys making short films and acting in plays. He loves and enjoys discussing philosophy as well as psychology, and whenever possible gives talks about Vachana Sahitya. Srimati Sneha Narayan is an acclaimed young Bharatanatyam performer, choreographer and founder of Kala Snehi Trust. She had her initial training under Guru G.B. Janardhan, and she further continued her training under Guru P. Praveen Kumar and successfully completed her Arangetram under his guidance. Presently, she is in the nurturing hands of Guru B. Bhanumati. Sneha is an A-grade artist in Doordarshan and an empaneled artist in ICCR, and she holds many other accolades to her credit. To learn more about our presenters and performers, please refer to the post on the Anveshanam Facebook page and Instagram profile. If you would like to share any information about vachanas or have any questions, please reach out to us either via Facebook or Instagram. Also, please like and share our page on both the social media platforms. We now present to you Saint Akkamahadevi's vachana, Tanu Karagadavaralli in Shubhapantuvarali Raaga and Mishra chapu Taala.
Tanu Karagadavaralli majjanavanolleyayya neenu, mana Karagadavaralli pushpavanolleyayya neenu, ಅದುಳಿಗರಲ್ಲದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಧಾಕ್ಷತೆಯನೊಲ್ಲಯ್ಯ ನೀನು, ಅರಿವು ಕಣ್ತೆರೆಯದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆರತಿಯನೊಲ್ಲಯ್ಯ ನೀನು, ಭಾವಶುದ್ಧವಿಲ್ಲದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಧೂಪವನೊಲ್ಲಯ್ಯ ನೀನು, ಪರಿಣಾಮಿಗಳಲ್ಲದವರಲ್ಲಿ ನೈವೇದ್ಯವನೊಲ್ಲಯ್ಯ ನೀನು, ತ್ರಿಕರಣ ಶುದ್ಧವಿಲ್ಲದವರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಂಬೂಲವನೊಲ್ಲಯ್ಯ ನೀನು, ಹೃದಯ ಕಮಲ ಅರಳದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲೊಲ್ಲಯ್ಯ ನೀನು, ಎನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನುಂಟೆಂದು ಕರಸ್ಥಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಬುಕೊಂಡೆ ಹೇಳ ಚನ್ನಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ. ತನು ಕರಗದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜೆಯನೊಲ್ಲೆಯಯ್ಯ ನೀನು. Many of us are engaged in the daily worship of our chosen deities. This involves the offering of various articles of worship to the deity. Majjana or bath, pushpa or flowers, gandha or akshate or scented rice, arati or waving of the lighted lamps, dhupa or offering of the incense, naivedya or offering of the food, tambula or betel leaf. In this kind of worship, there's an interaction between the god and the devotee. For any meaningful interaction to take place, the two must be on the same wavelength. In our day-to-day interaction too, we seek the company of those for whom we have a liking, and we avoid those whom we don't feel comfortable with. factors contributing to this feeling of comfort are many. While soft and agreeable speech, attitude of caring, love and compassion and humility draw people towards you, pride, arrogance and harshness in speech, domination and short temper drive people away. Akkamahadevi says even God likes the devotee to be humble, soft-spoken, caring, loving, compassionate, friendly, and also content. He readily accepts the worship from such devotees, whereas he prefers to keep himself away from those who are found wanting in such divine qualities. Even if one sincerely tries to cultivate these qualities, he is acceptable to God. He does not judge them harshly for their failure. God values the intention and the sincerity in response to the prayer. In this background, we can read this beautiful Vachana by Akkamahadevi. Tanu Karagadavaralli and Mishra. You will not accept bath from one whose Tanu or the body feeling has not melted away. Here the body feeling is the pride in the body. Its looks, its capabilities, its position, status, its association with caste, its intelligence and so on. Thus, Akka prods us to think, what's the use if we give back to the linga when pride hasn't melted away? Mana Karagadavaralli pushpavanollayani. You will not accept flowers from those whose mana, the mind, has not melted away, paving way for compassion and love, or as Buddha calls it, loving compassion. The one who offers flowers must be full of compassion for all, irrespective of their birth, status and position. One must be compassionate towards all, including the animals and insects. When compassion has dried up, the flower one holds in the hand withers away even before it's offered to God. Haduligaralladavarali akshateyanollayya neenu. God will not accept the offering of gandha and akshate, scented rice, from the discontented fellows, whereas He is happy with those who are content with their lot. Arivu kantereyadavaralli aratiyanollayya neenu. Arivu, or awareness, lights up everything. From the one in whom awareness has not opened its eyes, Shiva will not accept the arati. The light, the arati is the light waved in front of him. Bhava shuddha villadavarali dhupavanollayya neenu. Purity in feelings is bhava shuddhi. God turns away from those who lack pure feelings, and He won't have anything to do with the incense that they offer. Parinamigalaladavarali naivedyavanollayya neenu. Food is first offered to God and then received as a prasada. This act is also called naivedya. When one consumes the naivedya, he gets some kind of satisfaction. But to get satisfaction, one must have satisfaction to begin with. Those who are never satisfied, no matter what the situations, or those who are always satisfied, no matter what the situations, they are called parinamis. Such happy souls won't press to God with a long list of wishes, and God is pleased to accept naivedya from them. Trikarna shuddha villadavarali tambulavanollayya neenu. Purity in body, mind and soul is called Trikarna shuddhi. God is happy to receive tambula from such souls and not from those lacking in this kind of purity. Hrudaya kamala araladavarali iralollayya neenu. Those with all these virtues have a happy heart. God loves to reside in such a heart. Those who are found wanting in these virtues cannot expect their heart lotus to bloom, and therefore they cannot expect God to reside in such a heart. Yannalli yenuntendu karasthaladalli embugonde hela Chennamallikaarjuna. Perhaps this is the best line of the Vachana. While Akkamahadevi gives examples of the people from whom Chinnamallikarjuna will not accept service, finally she's wondering how he is willing to accept service from her. This is the best example of someone who has lost the false sense of self, that is ego, that all the seekers strive to lose. Even after extensive progress in the spiritual enlightenment, this is very hard to shake, this false sense of self, the ego. For this sense of self is the one that has kept us alive through the evolution. If we didn't have the sense of self, the ego, we would not have survived in the harsh jungles of African savanna during those millions of years of evolution. And it is a false self. Most of us walk around assuming that there is a person sitting in our head, looking through our eyes, experiencing the world, and keeping the count of the past. But if you look inside, there is no single place you can find this self, the ego. It does not exist. Go ahead. Try to look. Where is this self that is controlling your life? Is it behind your eyes? Is it inside your brain? Is it in the spinal cord? If you look closely, there is not a single point where you can find it. But we all think it exists and end up serving that ego all our lives. We get angry when that self is slighted. We desire high place in the society to placate this self. We spend our entire lifetime serving this non-existing self. That is the power of Maya, making us think that something exists when it clearly does not. It's just an illusion. And making us slaves to this master, which pays nothing in return. Even the pleasures it gives are very temporary, and it's illusion. It is the pinnacle of spiritual journey to be able to lose that self. We see a great example of that happening with Akkamahadevi. Yannalli yenuntendu karasthaladalli imbugonde hela Channamallikarjuna. What did you see in me that made you come and sit on my head? Total destruction of ego.
Namaste. A hearty welcome to you all for today's dance recital. I am Sneha Narayan, a Bharatanatyam dancer from Bengaluru. Anveshanam presents Vachana Laharis on the auspicious occasion of Mahashivratri. It is a great initiative taken by my dear friend Aishwarya. Thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure to perform for the Vachana series. Vachanas, a pioneer compositions we can see in our Kannada literature. Great poets like Akkamahadevi, Prabhu, Basavanna have written a lot of poems during 11th and 12th century that was a bhakti movement. Today I am going to present a beautiful Vachana, Tanu Karagadavaralli, Pushpavanullayeya Ninu, Mana Karagadavaralli, Gandhakshateya Nullayeya Ninu. So the poet says, what is the use of worshipping God if one is not having a kind heart, one is not helping others, one is not doing good to others? We have come in a culture as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. A whole world is like a family. One has to be good and do good. Here in the performance, I am depicting some stories behind a moral in it. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.